guys, so today's recipe is some baked chips. You're going to love this, and so just relax, sit back and enjoy this recipe and give it a try. Do well to subscribe if you have not yet done so, like and share this video. And so we are going to make use of a mixture of hard and soft flour, yes, and I have 14 cups of this cup. This cup is measured in Ghana, half cup, so in 10 I have 7 cups, yes. And I'm going to use 4.5 of this margarine. Yes, this margarine is measured 250 grams. I'm adding non-dairy milk powder, so this is a rich chips, yes, and so you can omit the milk powder, but I decided to add it, and I'm adding my nutmeg. That is 2 tablespoons of nutmeg, and I'm adding a bit of sugar. You will not even know that sugar is in there. It's just a little to spice up the taste and all that, yes. And I'll mix everything together. And so please like this video for me, share and leave a comment as well. So what I did was the margarine, I kept it in the fridge for some time for it to chill up, because you want to make flaky chips just like the way we make our pie crust. It's the same we are making this. So with baked chips, you need a lot of margarine to mix it. Unlike the fried one you don't have to give it a lot of margarine, just a little margarine, and that is okay. But with the baked one, you need a lot of margarine. And so I forgot to add baking powder, so I'm adding 3 tablespoons of baking powder to it. And so please subscribe if you have not yet done so, like and share this video. And before you do this, you know, hygienically you have to wash your hands with soap and water. So I first added 2 or 3, and I'm adding this one. And so what I did was I didn't add everything at a go. So 3, I've added this one, mix it all together. Now I'm using my 2 hands, yes, very necessary. Using my 2 hands, bringing everything together, making sure that the butter or the margarine will mix it very well. Okay, so I'm adding the half to it. So I first added 3 and then added 1, and now I've added half to it, which is okay. And so when you are mixing too, you are not mixing it like the way you mix bread. So when you, after mixing, when you are able to mold some together without too much stress, then it means okay. When you're able to mold it together, there is no water, you mold it together and it molds without any stress, and you easily break it up, then it means it's okay. So we are adding a mixture of onion, garlic, and some mixed spices, yes. So you can add any spices of your choice, yes. So I've added that to it. And also I kept that one also in the fridge for some time for it to chill up. As I said, we are trying to make a flaky pie, so you try and chill the things you are using, especially the liquid ones and the butter as well. Okay, so I'm going to add salt solution. I've chilled the salt solution to just a little. Bear in mind the margarine already contains salt, so you don't need a lot of salt, just a little, and that will be okay. So I'll leave the ingredients, I'll list it in the description box. Now we are going to add water, chilled water. You don't add the water all, so I'll just be adding the water little by little, then you mix it. You add a little, you mix it, and when you are mixing, you are not kneading. You are just mixing everything together. So you don't knead it like the way you knead bread, because you don't want to activate the gluten. Hope you get it. And so at this point I'll add a bit of water also. So just little by little, chilled water, little by little, yes. And so this one, you are not mixing it very soft, you are mixing it hard. So you are mixing everything hard, so you don't need too much water. If you add too much water, you are going to activate the gluten. Okay, and so this is it. So I will try and then divide it into 4, mold it, and put each of them into a rubber bag or a plastic bag. And then yes, so that's what I'm doing, molding this way. I'll keep it in a plastic bag. Yes, so I have this. I'll go and keep it in the fridge for 30 minutes. Yes, for 30 minutes. So after 30 minutes, I have taken one out. I'm going to do it one after the other. And so after the 30 minutes, I didn't just take one out, I took all out. So I've placed the other 3 there for them to relax while I work on this one. And so you have to apply your flour on the chopping board and then on your rolling pin as well. And we are going to roll this, but you don't really have to roll it too much. Hope you get it. And you are not rolling this too thin. Yes, it's not supposed to be too thin. It has to be a bit thick, but not thin. If it's too thin, it will break and it will easily burn when you put it in the oven. Do you get it? And so after getting the thickness that you want, we are going to shape it. Yes, just take the edges. You can use knife for this. So I'm going to divide it into 3, and we are going to cut it. So this is the thickness, you see. You're not supposed to make it, how do you call it, thin. So I'm going to cut it to the desired shape and size. You can cut them big, but I wanted a bit not too big. Yes, and so the desired shape and size, you just cut them into that. And so this is onion and garlic baked chips. You can also do it without the onion and garlic, but in this case you have to increase your sugar. That is, if you want sugar, you increase your sugar or your sweetener, and then your milk, so that it will be like butter cookie. Do you get it? And so I have my tray lined with parchment paper, and I'm going to arrange the chips in it. Yes, and this, you have to really take your time when you are handling them. If not, you will be breaking it. So I have 2 trays that I've lined up, and I'm going to arrange them and then bake them as I work on them. Yes, and so I've baked the first one. Yes, so I have 2 trays, so I've baked the first one. This is the second one, and I'm going to put this in the oven, gas oven, on a medium heat for about 10 to 15 minutes. You need to give it attention because it cooks very fast. So don't just wait for the 10 to 15 minutes before you go and check. Give it attention. Do you get it? And so this is it after baking. I baked chips. Yeah, so after baking, just take it out of the oven, let it relax, cool down before you start packaging it. And so this is it. I'm going to break one for you to see. You see. And so I decided to use a mixture of hard and soft flour. You can decide to use only the soft flour or the hard flour, but I decided to use both because I didn't want it to be too soft and too hard. You can also go for all-purpose flour just to save yourself the stress. Do you get it? And so this is it for our chips. And after I just packaged it for my client or my customer. So this was an order I got from someone, and I said, let me share the recipe with you. Thanks for watching. If you have not yet subscribed, consider subscribing, like and share this video. Bye bye.